Tap on into my life. Tap on into my life, guys. What's up, IG? Y'all glowing. Y'all see me glowing? Y'all see me glowing? Take on my brand. Tap into my life. Tap into my life. Hey, IJ. This is my first time live on Instagram. And I got some exciting news to tell y'all. I am so excited. Y'all don't want to miss this. Y'all do not want to miss what I have going on right now. Woo, these bugs is out here. Y'all do not want to miss what I have going on. I'm out here hanging out in my backyard, chilling with my kids, enjoying this beautiful Sunday. And I got some stuff brewing up that I just want to tell everybody about. I'm so super excited about what I have going on. Y'all don't want to miss this. Tap into my live. Tap into my live on IG so I can let y'all know what I have going on. Tap into my live. I got some major exciting news about this project I've been working on, and I want to share it with every single body. This is going to bless somebody. This is going to help somebody. This is going to change somebody's life. It is changing my life, literally. As we speak, I feel so blessed about what I'm doing, what I have going on right now. I feel so blessed. And I want to share it with everybody. So, most of my friends and family know me for just being an entrepreneur, trying to be out here making my own money. I have a cleaning business, Victory Cleaning LLC. I have a tea, my own tea that I created myself that I sell. It's a healing herbal tea, More Life Miracle Tea. I have my food business where I just be out here pushing food, and a lot of people know me for selling just my good old delicious homemade food. Sakira's Whole Soul Food. That is my that's my soul food business. But this new project that I have going on right now, y'all do not want to miss it. I am 1,000,000% just all in and excited about what I have going on right now. I'm so excited. I am so excited. Guess what, y'all? I wrote a book. Yay! I wrote a book. It is called True Value. Knowing your own worth. Knowing your own worth, your own value, knowing who you are. It's a survival story about my own life and how I overcame the many struggles of life that tried to tear me down. I'm very proud of myself. I am my own success story. I am my own hero. I was just laying on my bed, just taking a look at some of my favorite motivational speakers and listening to some affirmations and praying and meditating, and I had a revelation that came over me. You look at people, you hear about so many amazing things that people are doing, and you just say, I want to be amazing. Like, sometimes you just wish that you were amazing, or just just was one of those people who just stood out and just did some pretty amazing things. And I had a revelation. I said, I am absolutely amazing. I am amazing. So it just like, I was crying. I bawled, I cried just so hard, just thinking about what God has done for me, what God has brought me through. And I have to share it with people because I find myself just talking to people and trying to inspire people, and I share my wisdom and my inspiration with whomever, wherever. My children, they get it all the time. I'm a world traveler. I love traveling the world. I just came back from the biggest, most amazing trips in my entire life. Me and my gang. We went to Dubai. We did Maldives. We spent Mother's Day on an island in Maldives. We did Abu Dhabi. We visited one of the world's largest, the world's largest mosque where the Muslims go and pray. So I am just reaching higher levels, reaching new heights. And I just had a revelation. I said, I cannot keep everything boxed in. I have to share all of this good news with the world because God has done some amazing things for me, and He still is. So I got all of this power-packed information just like packed in this book. It's not a long book. It's only about 20 pages, give or take. It is very, very inspiring from beginning to end. I cover a lot of things from my addiction. That's one thing that I went through, me losing my parents, my broken marriage, and I am not having a pity party, or I don't want nobody feeling sorry for me or anything like that, but there is a message behind every story, and it is so inspiring. My book is called True Value, Knowing Your Own Self-Worth. True Value. Tell everyone that you have ever known. I have a book coming out. It's called True Value. It's an ebook. You'll be able to download it. It doesn't cost very much. I think the ebooks is like $3.99 to download. It'll be available on Amazon. You'll be able to purchase it there. Like I said, it doesn't cost very much. If you're not a big book reader, it's not a long, drawn out. I'm not a huge book reader. I'm not even going front like I am. I do love getting into a good book and just relaxing and something inspiring, but just like reading books all the time, like I'm not even into that all the time, but I do it because I know that it's healthy. So the best way that I feel like I can spread my message on and just everything, an inspiring message. I am doing big things in my life, and I have overcame some of the worst of times, and now I'm on the other side of heartache and pain. I made it to the other side of being broken. I made it to the other side of depression. I made it to the other side of brokenness. I made it to the other side of hurt and stress and addiction. I made it to the other side. So I'm like that runner that has been running a race, and they made it to the finish line, and they like, yay, and they're celebrating, and they got their hands up in the air, and I made it to the finish line. And I'm not completely finished. I'm not saying that, because as long as I'm here on this earth, I mean, God wakes me up every day, I will continue to work on myself, to build myself up, to try to make myself better, to be a successful entrepreneur, to raise amazing kids. Each and every last one of my kids is amazing. I have 5 sons and 2 daughters. My oldest son will be 28 years old this year, getting married next year. I have some amazing children. They make me so proud in every single way. And I can't leave this earth just wishing that I had the courage enough to share my story. My story might impact, change, save somebody's life in a miraculous way. I can't keep this all to myself. I can't fail to mention my ministry that I have. It's called A Heart to Give Ministry. I've been doing it for quite some years. That's been like kind of boxed in because I visit homeless shelters for women and men during Mother's Day, Father's Day season. You know, I get donations. I just try to give back to them as much as I can. Gift baskets, gift baskets to my church and stuff like that. So I have my own personal ministry where I just, I have a heart to give, and I know God is already blessing me through that, but I just want to expand my ministry. I want to reach people in so many different ways, and I can't box this all in. I want my message to be spread all over the entire nation, even if it's one person's life that might be saved through my story, from reading my book, from telling my story. If somebody reads my book and tell their friend, I know this girl or this new upcoming author, her name is Sakira, she wrote a book and it touched me in such a major way, and it touches someone else. It might not even be for you. It might be inspiring for you, but it might be somebody that that God might be using you. So just don't say, well, that's not my story, I don't need no inspiration. Everybody needs inspiration in some kind of way. So please do not deny yourself. I'm not a big motivational speaker or anything like that. Maybe God is using me to be on a journey to be a motivational speaker. When I first, thought about being an entrepreneur, all I knew was my passion and what I knew how to do, and that's what I started making money off of. So it's not all about the money for me. If I can just open someone's eyes to their own true value, because it could be hidden deep down inside of you and you just didn't even realize it yet. So true value, it's a survival story. It's a survival story of how God allowed me to make it through some of the worst times of my life. A lot of things that I made it through, I shouldn't even be here to tell my story. My story is one of the most incredible stories that you are probably going to hear in your entire life. So I'm not going to keep y'all forever. I just want to tell y'all I am overly excited. I am so excited about this revelation that I had come over me. God is doing some really amazing things too, through and for me, and I want to share it with everyone. I can't keep it closed into my little proximity or people who I'm just around, or where somebody might be going through it and they entrust in me, and everybody is not open to receive, and sometimes I'm talking to the same people over and over again, and I'm trying to explain to them like it is never that deep, it's never that bad, because I know that if God did the things that He did for me, He can do it for anybody. God had His hand on me through some of the worst of times, and He never took His hand off of me. So I'm not coming from no preachy point of view. This is not just for women. This is not just for people my age. This is for anybody who wants to find the true value within themselves. You're never too young. You're never too old. You don't have to be a female. You don't have to be a mother. You can be a teenager. You can be a child. I talk to my 9-year-old son like this. I be like, son, where is the true value inside of you? I don't care who it is. If you want to discover who you are, God allowed me to discover who I am and to love myself like I have never loved anyone before but God. Like I never loved myself the way that I love myself right now. I never came in tune with myself like I have right now. My mind, my body, my spirit, I am free. I don't want to wait till I'm not here on this earth anymore to say, so y'all can say rest in peace. I want to live in peace. I want every moment of my life to be surrounded with peace and harmony and joy and love and good energy and good blessings and good vibrations. I want my vibration to reach heights and levels that I didn't even know it could reach. I want God to shock me like on a whole another level. I believe that it is a whole dimension of glory that I have not even seen yet, that I am going to experience while I'm still here on this earth. And I don't want to keep it to myself. I don't want to keep that to myself. So if you want to experience some of the things that I have experienced, then you want to read my book. You want to read my book. Please don't deny yourself the eye-opening experience. When you read my book, I want you to reflect back on yourself. Don't think about my words and what I'm saying about me. Apply it to your own life. Apply my stories unto your own life. Everybody has their own individual story. Everybody's story is unique. You don't want to wait until it's too late and say, woulda, coulda, shoulda. You know, you want to make the best out of your life right here, right now. You want to start right now. Yes, I wish I would have started a long time ago, but there's a reason behind everything. Maybe God allowed me to go through the things that I had to go through so I can be an inspiration to someone else. You know, people call me on my phone and tell me how inspiring I am. I don't want to just be inspiring just to that person or just to, whoever is open enough to receive my inspiration. I want to spread my inspiration all over the world. All over the world. I want someone to be inspired by my story. I want someone else to come out and open up about their own story. Someone might be inspired by your story. God uses your story for a reason. It's time to open up. It's time to be inspiring. It's time to change the world. It is so much hurt and stress and heartache and death and murders and bad energy and bad vibes. So much stuff that is going on. It's time to raise up some good loving energy. Let's just raise up some good energy. You know, and just let that vibrate through the world. You never know how your story might impact somebody's life. So, anyway, I'm not going to deny myself that anymore. I don't want the same 10 people telling me how I am inspiring to them. Them same 10 people can be inspired by me. But I want to inspire 10 more and 10 more and 10 more and 10 more and 10 more. And I don't want it to stop. So that is the reason why I decided to put my life down on paper so I can spread the message of good news that there is hope. That there is hope out here for anybody. I don't care what your story is. I don't care if you lost a leg, if you have one eye, if everyone in your family is deceased and you're the only one left in your bloodline. God still has you here for a reason. He had every day that if you can see this message, you are here on this earth for a reason. Let's take advantage of the time that we have here and let's live our best life to its full capacity. Okay, so y'all have to read my book. Y'all have to read my book. It is packed with power. You gonna feel this down in your shana na 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 na. You gonna wanna tell somebody. You gonna feel this, and I'm not just telling you just because it's my story. Like, it took a whole revelation to open my eyes for me to realize I could not even believe all of the things that I have made it through. Drug and alcohol free for almost a decade. Broken marriage, some of the worst survivor of sexual molestation. They diagnosed me with post-traumatic stress disorder. That's how traumatic the experiences that happened to me in my younger years. That's how traumatic the experiences impacted my life. They put a whole diagnosis on it. Social Security check and everything behind it. Guess what? I don't get no check no more. They was like, Miss Bay, and why we still giving you this check? You don't need this check no more. And I was like, you know what? You right. Because I didn't. I opened myself up to healing. I would rather heal than collect a check from Social Security for the rest of my life. For what? I don't have to have no diagnosis hanging over me. I don't have post-traumatic stress disorder. What happened. That's the past. I don't live there anymore. I don't have to suffer through the things that I suffered through. It does not have to have a reflection on my today. I am a brand new person. This is a new life, a new me. It's like I died and came back again. This is a new life. I live a whole brand new life. I can't even explain to y'all how that feels to me on the inside. Who doesn't want to experience that? We go through so many things in life. I don't care if it just happened to you yesterday. You can open yourself up to healing today. I don't care if your mother passed away yesterday. And I'm not trying to sound harsh or cruel or heartless or any of that. But my mother passed away. And God unveiled a spirit of healing on me. On me. All I know is I rejoiced for her because she was not suffering anymore. Yes, that was my mother. Of course I loved her. Of course I love her and miss her. But God allowed me to heal instantly. You know why? Because one of the last things my mother said to me when she was able to open her eyes and look at me and open her mouth and speak to me before she took her last breath, she said, Sakara, I'm so proud of you. That is the last thing I remember her saying to me. I'm good. That's all I needed to hear her say. I have peace with that. I don't have to think about my mother and cry. I don't have to. God has allowed me to heal. I'm still healing from the passing of my mother, but I don't think about her and get sad or depressed and cry. I don't have to. I don't have to, because God gave me peace with the passing of my mother. My book covers all of this. My book covers all of this. I lost my mother and my father. I had the best father in the world. God rest his soul. That was my right hand man. It's been 20 some years since he passed away. God gave me peace with the death of my parents. I want somebody else to experience peace. I want somebody else to experience joy. I want somebody else to experience love like they never experienced before. And it don't have nothing to do with no significant other, no partner, with being with nobody, with being in no relationship, with being married. None of that. You can experience love on a level that you didn't even know exists, and be by yourself. I'm telling you because I know. I'm telling you because I know, because this is the love that God is allowing me to experience. So I am here with some amazing news. My book is about to drop. Y'all have to buy my book. Y'all have to buy my book. It's called True Value. It's called True Value, a survival story, a success story about what God did for me, about how I made it through. Tell everybody you know. Tell everybody you know. Share this live. Tell your friends. Tell your mother. Tell your father. Tell your sister. Tell your brother. I called my ex-husband and I told him, I'm like, listen, bro, it might be something in here that you might be open up to receive that might help change you. I don't got no bad blood for him, and I don't want to see him fail just because me and him not together no more. I told him, tell your girlfriend. I told my ex-husband, listen, tell your girlfriend, whoever is opening up, who is willing to open themselves up to receive a message that might speak to your spirit. Don't deny yourself. I don't care if you don't like me. I don't care if you resenting me for something that I did to you 20 years ago. I don't hate nobody for nothing. If you are open up to receive, if you tired of going through some of the same thing that you've been going through for the past 2, 3, 5, 10 years, and you want to say, I don't want to go through this no more. I don't care what's going on around me. I don't care who is doing what around me. I want peace inside of myself. I want to be able to sleep at night. I don't even remember the last time I had a sleepless night or a restless night. I sleep at night and I wake up every morning feeling amazing. Wow, I just said something right there. Listen. This is the truth. I sleep good at night. And I'm not bragging or boasting. That's called peace. That is called peace. I want everybody to experience peace. Everybody. Not when you gone. You know, when your flesh, when you transform from your physical flesh into your spiritual flesh. We're spiritual beings anyway. We are more spiritual beings than we are physical beings. We don't even recognize the spiritualness in ourselves. We are walking, talking, breathing, living dust because we came from dust. We came from dust. Remember who you are. You're not too good, you're not too high, you're not too mighty to be sitting up on your anything and to look down on somebody's situation like, I'm glad it ain't me, because it could be me. I look at the addict that's still sick and suffering, and I pray for them. when I visit my old city, when I go back to Philly and I drive through Kensington, I pray for Kensington. I don't shake my head and say that's a shame and look at them and why they like that and they need to be ashamed. I don't say none of that. I reach my hand out. I don't care if somebody in the car, I don't care if somebody at the bus stop looking at me like I'm crazy. I will reach my hand up to God and pray for Kensington in a minute. I'll stop traffic just to hold my hand out and pray for Kensington. I could be hunched over and high too, right there with them. I ain't special. I used to be on drugs. I used to be an alcoholic. I used to be a pill popper. I used to be snort coke. It do not have to be my story that I made it through. I could be the ones that I could be the one that died behind my addiction out there in the street. Or my body just said, or my heart just said, you know what, I'm trying to pump blood through your body and this is what you want to do? Heart just tap out on me. I could be the one that's not here no more. And I don't take that for granted. I'm grateful that I did not die high out in the street, that my kids still have me, that my kids can call me, that I can hug and kiss them. I don't take none of that for granted. I don't take none of that for granted. I changed my life for myself and for my kids. I got some amazing kids. I got 5 sons. I got grown sons. Ain't none of them never been locked up in jail, convicted of any felonies. I don't even have no grandkids. I got my little step grandbaby Kay. My son get ready to get married. That relationship came with a package, and I love my baby Kay. I love her like she was my own. My son loves his soon-to-be stepdaughter. Like blood couldn't make them no closer. He loved that child like she's his. And I love her too. But biologically, I don't have no grandkids, and I'm not saying that to boast or to brag, but I'm just saying I have amazing kids. I have amazing kids. And I think a part of that, I had a customer tell me one time, she was like, she said, how many kids you have? And she was like in her early 80s, something like that. And I told her how many kids I had. She said, okay, well, how they doing? And I said, and I don't like to boast or brag, but you know, I had to tell her how it was. I said, my kids are doing amazing. She said, yeah? I said, yeah, all of them. All of my sons, all of my daughters. My daughters are straight A students. I got a soon-to-be, my daughter is going to be a senior in high school next year. I got so many college letters coming in my mailbox, it don't make no sense. So anyway, the lady said, well, your kids are doing, I said, yes, my kids are doing amazing. We come from the worst part of North Philly, mind you. I stepped out on faith and moved out of Philly because I wanted better and more for my kids. She said, your kids are doing well? I said, yes, ma'am. To be honest, my children are doing amazingly well. She said, that's because of you. And it slapped me. It slapped me about, it was like, she said, that's because of you. I don't like to give myself credit because I give God all the glory, all the honor, all the praise. I give God all the glory. And she said, your kids are doing so well because of you. It had to be something that I did along the way to change my life, to have a positive reflection on my children. And whatever I had to sacrifice, whatever I had to put down, whatever relationship that I had to walk away from, whatever residence where I had to move from one side to another, from one point, destination to another, move from one state to another, it was all worth it. Every sacrifice that I ever had to make for my kids to be doing as well as they doing right now. My soon to be 24-year-old son, open heart surgery before he even turned 1 year old. They told me by the time my son was a teenager, he was going to start having defects in his heart and that he wouldn't live to see an adult. My son going to be 24 in September. And guess what? He's a medical professional. My son ride around on an ambulance truck every single day, helping save lives every single day. Been doing it for years, straight out of high school. My almost 24-year-old is a certified EMT. Then been riding around on an ambulance, helping save lives, straight out of high school. Y'all, we come from the worst part of North Philadelphia. And what God has done for me is trickling down to my children. I can't keep this to myself. I might be talking to that mom that's tired of watching her child struggle. I got some people on my timeline whose son in jail doing 25 to life and this and that and this and that. And my heart goes out to them. But I'm so grateful that that's not my story. Anytime that I call and text any of my sons or my daughters and they respond to my text, or they pick up the phone and answer my call, anytime I hear my children's voice on the other line of the phone, I thank the Lord. I don't take any of it for granted. Any of it. Gratefulness opens up the door for more blessings. Don't think that you so high, so mighty that you deserve to live a good life. I'm worthy because God is my Father. I serve the Most High God. So, and I'm His daughter, so I am worthy. But I don't deserve anything because I don't have to have anything. My whole life, everything that I have, I owe it to God. I owe it to God. So my story, I say all of this to say this. My story is not just for me. My story is not just my story. My testimony is not just my testimony. The things that I made it through in life was not just for me to keep it to myself. God allowed me to make it through. Some of the things I made it through would have killed somebody. It have. There's a lot of people out here that did not live to see the end of their story. They try to take me out of here. Out here in them streets, they try to take me out. The devil had it all set up for me to fail, but it didn't work. It did not work. The word say weapons form, but they will not prosper. Those weapons that formed up to destroy me, it didn't work. God had His hand on me the whole way through. I remember the enemy trying to destroy me. I remember the enemy trying to take my very last breath. And you can believe me when I say this or not, I heard the voice of God clear as day say, "Get your hand off my child." I said, "What?" He said it again. The enemy was trying to take me clean out of here. And I heard the voice of God say, "Get your hand off my child." I remember it like it was yesterday. I'm telling y'all, my story, my book is real. When I dropped this book, True Volume, a survival story, knowing your own worth, knowing who you are, knowing how to love yourself, knowing whose you are, you belong to God. God never created anything that He did not love. He loved the animals. He loved the birds. He loved everything that He ever created. So what makes you think that He don't love you? I'm telling you, my story is not just for me to keep it in. Share this live. Tell somebody. My book is about to drop. It's not a long, drawn out 500-page book. And it's not my first book. I mean, my only book. This is my first book. It's going to be an ebook. You're going to be able to purchase it online. You're going to be able to purchase it on Amazon. It's not going to cost $150. Very affordable. Buy it for somebody as a gift. Even if you feel like you don't want to buy it yourself. Even if you ain't a book reader, listen to it. Listen to that ebook and let some of the words that that came from out of my spirit, let it resonate into yours. It's going to allow somebody to recognize their true value, their true worth, their true self. I'm telling you, open yourself up to receive. I am so excited about this book. I'm telling you, it's going to change. It's going to save. It's going to help somebody in a miraculous way. My story is not just for me. I have to share my story with everybody that I know. Thank you to everybody that joined my live. I see my niece Shanae is on here. I see Romani is on here. Thank you everybody who was on my live, watching my live. Share my live. If you want somebody that you know to be blessed, like, say it. Like, listen, I know somebody that is doing something major, and I want you to experience this. Like, my story is not just for me, it's for the whole wide world to see. So y'all be blessed. I'm sorry if I took up too much of y'all Sunday, but I had to just let y'all know what was going on. My new project was going on with me. I still got my other businesses going. That's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. But in the meantime, when this book drop, be prepared, because it's going to hit you. It's going to hit you. It's going to hit you with some good energy, good vibes, good news. You're like, hey, you're going to be so hyped for yourself. I don't want you to be like hyped for me or proud of me and be like, oh, well, look what she did. No, look past my story and look at the possibility that you are packed with, the potential, the possibility that you are packed with. And let it do something for you. So, this is my first time ever going live on Instagram, and I just really want somebody to be blessed by my message. So y'all get ready, because true value is on its way to you. It's going to drop. Y'all have a good Sunday. Ooh.